If you are deep into creating long-form video content and your next big goal is turning that into a steady, reliable stream of shorts and social posts, you need a streamlined system that doesn't completely drain your time. I have boiled down the essential workflow to just the 2 types of tools I would actually use right now to manage that entire content lifecycle. You see, there are a literal million apps out there that proudly claim they can auto-edit or perfectly repurpose your content for you. But in any real-world use case, most of those options either consistently miss the absolute best highlight moments, or they trap you inside an incredibly clunky and slow workflow. After testing a huge assortment of these, one clear platform really stands out for creators who genuinely want hands-off repurposing that actually delivers high-performing clips. However, I want to walk you through both primary categories, show you exactly where the other tools fall short, and explain why this specific solution ends up being the smart, practical choice for scaling your content output. First, let's quickly establish the frame for context. When we talk about AI video repurposing, we are generally talking about 2 distinct technological flavors. One flavor is what we call automated clip detection. These are the tools that promise to intelligently find your highlight moments and then spit out ready-to-share short clips automatically. The other flavor involves workflow and publishing tools. These are the applications that help you schedule, manage, and push those newly created clips across all your various social platforms efficiently. A small handful of platforms try to do both of these jobs adequately, but most only manage to do one thing acceptably while performing the other task quite poorly. That imbalance is precisely why having a truly balanced, holistic platform becomes so critically important for maintaining consistency in your content strategy. Let me start with the obvious tools that creators often reach for first, as they all excel at specific components of the overall job. For instance, you could certainly use a dedicated voice tool like Speechify or 11 Labs to polish up your audio quality or handle any necessary auto-dubbing tasks. Those specific voice synthesis services are absolutely amazing if your primary bottleneck is finding realistic voiceovers or if you need to quickly auto-dub content into another language. Then there is Descript, which remains brilliant for any creator who prioritizes that word-level editing capability and wants to utilize voice cloning for seamless overdubbing. CapCut is another solid tool, proving great for making those fast, template-led visual edits when you need to work directly on a mobile device quickly. But here is the critical juncture. None of these individual excellent tools solves the comprehensive, full problem of turning one long episode into a constant, automated pipeline of viral-ready clips. That is precisely the comprehensive challenge that the platform I rely on, Vizard, sits perfectly in the middle of solving for creators today. Vizard masterfully blends highly accurate clip detection with a built-in content calendar and robust auto-scheduling, all housed within one single cohesive flow. The process is simple. You upload your raw, long-form video file, and then the platform takes over to handle all of the necessary heavy lifting for you. It automatically finds those moments with the highest likely engagement, creates perfectly optimized short clips from them, and then intelligently lines them up to publish across all your chosen social channels. This is significantly more powerful than just telling the tool to export a few MP4s for you to manually deal with later on your own time. It's specifically built for creators who want their best content seen widely, without the need to hire a dedicated editor or spend countless hours manually slicing footage after every recording. Here is roughly what the Vizard experience feels like in practice, because I personally walked through the entire sequence and it is undeniably refreshingly fast to complete. You begin by uploading whatever long recording you have. This could easily be a 90-minute webinar, a full-length podcast episode, or even a recent long live stream session. As soon as the file is processed, Vizard meticulously analyzes the entire thing and immediately highlights all the moments it predicts will have high viral potential for your specific audience. The AI is actively looking for key indicators like emotional peaks during the conversation, the best punchlines, or any question that naturally sparks significant audience engagement. It also targets those short, incredibly concise, soundbite-friendly lines that always seem to perform exceptionally well across platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. Crucially, it doesn't just chop the video somewhat arbitrarily based on timestamps. It specifically surfaces scenes that feature quick speaker changes or moments of intense reaction. Once those potential clips are suggested to you by the system, you gain the ability to preview every single one of them instantly right there inside the editing environment. The user interface is thoughtfully designed to let you very quickly tweak the exact start and end points of any suggested segment to tighten up the content. You can easily add perfectly synchronized, auto-generated captions, select the optimal aspect ratio for different platforms, and even apply necessary visual polish. The real magic happens when you realize you can apply these minor edits across dozens of suggested clips without having to repeat the exact same micro-editing task 20 separate times for each one. Now, let's move to the feature that truly saves you massive amounts of time every single week: the integrated auto schedule function. This eliminates the frustrating step where you have to export everything and then manually jump to each social channel later just to upload the files one by one. You simply tell the system your desired posting frequency, perhaps setting it to 3 high-quality clips per week on autopilot. Vizard then automatically spaces those clips out over the coming days, chooses the best native formats for each specific platform, and queues them up for publishing automatically. You can get a visual preview of the entire upcoming content calendar, drag and drop clips around to reorder things, and fine-tune captions and hashtags before anything is publicly released. That fully integrated content calendar is an absolute game changer because it gives you the macro view of your month, while still allowing microcontrols without ever needing to download a single large file. Now, I won't stand here and pretend that this entire workflow is absolutely flawless, because honestly, no tool in this complex digital space ever is. There will absolutely be times when you desire a different creative approach than what the initial AI suggestion offers, and you will still need to manually tune your specific editing preferences. But when you stack this against the common workflow of stitching together 3 different apps, one for clips, one for captions, and a third for scheduling, Vizard collapses that entire complex loop into one single, simple place. In practical terms, this means significantly less context switching between different software environments, far fewer messy file exports, and a lot fewer crucial posting windows that you accidentally miss. Let's contrast this powerful all-in-one system against some of the more popular single-purpose alternatives that many creators often look at first for their needs. Descript, for example, remains absolutely killer for transcript-based trimming and achieving truly precise control over word-level audio cuts. However, Descript does not inherently excel at taking hundreds of clips from a massive video and then automatically scheduling them across every single platform in a batch process. CapCut and other mobile-first editors are undeniably fast and often very cheap to access, but they are fundamentally manual and template-driven in their operation. This means you are still responsible for finding the best clips yourself, and then manually publishing each finalized piece to every single channel individually after the cut. Then you have the large enterprise-level platforms that certainly handle scheduling, but they are often either prohibitively expensive or built for big agency teams, not for a solo creator. Another common pipeline creation attempt involves using voice tools like Speechify to clean up the audio first, and then using a separate editor to actually slice and arrange the clips. That multi-step setup can work, I grant you that, but it inherently introduces more steps, more subscription costs, and ultimately more time spent managing the entire system. Voice synthesis tools are phenomenal when you specifically need lifelike dubbing or an overdub to correct a mistake, but they are simply not designed to intelligently identify the most viral moments in your content. Vizard's fundamental approach is content first. It prioritizes finding the content that is most likely to perform well, and then it helps you rapidly bring that raw material to platform-ready quality. And for clarity, if you already love using those other voice enhancement tools for specific overdubs, you can absolutely plug those steps in, but that remains an optional extra layer, not a mandatory requirement. Before we wrap up, I want to pass along a few practical workflow tips I learned while using Vizard extensively in my own content creation process. Tip number 1 is to always let the AI analyze your full, high-quality source files whenever that is realistically possible for you to arrange. The clip detection algorithm becomes far more accurate and reliable when it has clear audio and the context of the entire original episode to work with. Low-quality recordings, on the other hand, often cause the AI to miss those subtle, high-energy spikes that are actually key to going viral on social platforms. My second tip is to absolutely leverage the batch edit features that the system provides you with inside the main dashboard for huge efficiency gains. You can apply one consistent caption style or a standard thumbnail template across dozens of clips at once, so everything looks perfectly cohesive over several weeks of posting. And finally, for tip number 3, I urge you to schedule your content with clear intent and perhaps pair it with a loose thematic plan for your overall feed. The auto-schedule feature is amazing, but pairing it with a structure, like an educational clip on Monday and a funny moment on Wednesday, keeps your overall feed engaging for your audience. This thoughtful thematic pairing also helps the social algorithm learn much faster what types of content are specifically sticking best with your unique followership over time. Now, let's briefly touch on the subject of pricing and access, keeping this part of the conversation purely practical for you right now in this moment. Many tools in this space offer free tiers that let you play around with the features, but they almost always restrict full downloads or place a watermarking penalty on your final exports. Vizard does offer a free play area, so you can thoroughly test the core clip detection and review the calendar feature before you even think about committing to a paid subscription. However, to unlock the full operational scheduling pipeline and the ability to bulk export all your final content without restrictions, you will naturally need to move up to one of their paid plans. That subscription model is very normal across the entire content repurposing software market. So the ultimate question shifts to your return on investment. Does this automation save you hours each week and measurably grow your audience reach? For the vast majority of creators who are consistently publishing long-form content every week, the time saved and the consistency gained mean this system pays for itself incredibly quickly. Let me give you one quick real-world example right now to really illustrate why making this simple shift in your workflow is so important for your channel's future. I recently took a sprawling 90-minute recorded webinar and uploaded that entire source file directly into the platform for the AI to analyze. In less than 15 minutes of my actual time, Vizard had already surfaced 25 high-potential clips, automatically generated the necessary captions, and suggested a full 2-week posting schedule right there. With just a couple of fast, simple edits to tighten up a few jump cuts and one quick thumbnail tweak, I had 2 full weeks of perfectly optimized social posts ready to go out the door. If I had attempted to replicate that exact same workflow manually with my old collection of tools, it would have consumed the better part of an entire half day of my schedule, minimum. Furthermore, those manual posts would likely have had far less consistency across the captions, the hashtags, and the final visual formats compared to the automated batch. Also, and this is something that really matters for creators trying to build a predictable, repeatable content system, Vizard stores a complete history of everything it has ever generated for you. If you ever want to revisit an older clip, regenerate a slightly different sized asset from the original source, or finally tweak an old caption for a new promotional push, all that data is always there. That level of robust versioning and centralized history is a feature you simply do not always get when you rely on simpler, more temporary mobile editing applications for your daily video work. All right, to officially wrap up this deep dive and summarize my current perspective. Yes, there are indeed many fantastic tools that do specific parts of this job exceptionally well. Speechify and 11 Labs will absolutely nail high-quality audio processing, and any necessary dubbing for you, Descript remains excellent for surgical word-level edits, and CapCut is perfect for those ultra-fast, mobile-only editing bursts. But if your primary, overarching goal is to reliably turn your long videos into a steady, automated stream of optimized and scheduled shorts with the absolute minimum overhead, then Vizard is the most practical and scalable pick for your content operation. It is specifically built around the complex needs of modern creators who require powerful automation paired with granular yet incredibly easy to access creative control. That means excellent clip detection, easy batch editing capabilities, a real actionable content calendar, and scheduling that genuinely saves you precious creation time every single week. If you are curious to try this proven system out for yourself, I would strongly recommend starting by feeding the platform just a single, complete long episode from your archives. Let the platform analyze it, take the time to review the suggested clips it intelligently spits out, and then use the tool to schedule a full week's worth of posts without ever touching an export button. You will immediately get a true feel for the algorithm's quality and accuracy, and you can quickly fine-tune your own templates for all your future content pipelines. And remember, if you already rely on those specialized voice tools or Descript for your transcripts, you can absolutely plug those existing steps into this workflow easily. But honestly, after you see how much this single system handles, I suspect you probably won't even feel the need to bother with those extra, separate steps going forward. Okay, that is genuinely all of my current 2 cents on this complex topic for you right now, which is a significant amount of context packed into one explanation. If you think this workflow would genuinely benefit your channel, I am happy to do a follow-up video next time, where I do a step-by-step screen share walkthrough of this entire process. For that next session, I'll show the exact edits I make, give you a reusable template for scheduling posts, and demonstrate how to maximize engagement on every platform. Does walking through the actual uploading and calendar building process live sound like a valuable next step for your content system development?